Welcome back to another video. In this one, I had the grand idea of trying to solo camp for the first time with no experience. For this challenge to be successful, I've given myself a few major objectives. 1. Set up my campsite. 2. Start a fire. 3. Cook a tasty meal. So, the first thing I did was set up my tent, which was just a tarp over a string of paracord. Had no idea what I was doing here. It took way too long. It was already getting late. But eventually I had this little thing jerry-rigged. And so it was time to pump up my bed. As you can see here, this thing fared pretty well, actually. It was pretty comfortable. So I pumped this bad boy up. Had to give it a little test right here. Alright, next up I had to build a fire. And I just decided to grab some wet logs to form the frame. Once I had that frame formed, I needed to scrape out all the leaves there to just create a mud background. And then I needed some timber. And it was time to saw into this bad boy. So as you can see here, using my leg to stabilize my saw. And it was pretty dry in the center, pretty good overall. Hauled this back to the campsite and started breaking it up piece by piece a little bit more here. After I stocked up on a little bit of firewood, I felt pretty good. I knew it was time to get the fire going before it got dark out, so I whipped out the flint and steel.
Oh, they thought I wouldn't get it, but alas. That's very important. I just keep feeding it leaves until these sticks catch.
I had no idea how hard it was to get a fire started with just a striker, so it took me nearly an hour to get this thing started.
Power of leaves.
I kid you not, this was my very last attempt, and I probably would have left had this not lit right here.
Got the fire cooking up pretty good now. Just gonna wait for it to burn down a little bit so we can get some coals.
With objectives 1 and 2 down, it was time to start thinking about the most important part of the night.
Okay, for dinner tonight, we got, boom, 1 steak, 1 baked potato. This is gonna go straight on the coals. This guy I'm gonna cook in the cast iron. This is gonna take an hour. It's actually not that big of a potato. Maybe 30, 45 minutes. I'm gonna throw that in now. Prep the steak. Let's throw this in. I'll make him a little bed of coals. Really treat this guy right. I have some very festive, I was gonna bring camping reusable plates, but today is December 27th, which means Christmas stuff is on clearance. I thought I'd be festive, and I got these. Now that date is gonna be very important, December 27th. I'll tell you why later, but let's get this steak going. Now this steak, it's got a ton of fat because my family bought the whole cow. And
the butcher didn't do too hot, so bear with me.
Salt and pepper. Ooh, that steak is looking good. A nice noise. We got the baked potato on top of the steak. The steak got a good char on it. Let's get the official food review. Admittedly, I already snuck a taste of the potato. It was phenomenal. So now we're gonna go for the steak. That piece is well done and not the good way. Hold up. Is it following me? Like, is the smoke following me? I just want to eat in peace, man. I got a shtick to eat. So, I was saying how smoke doesn't leave me alone. It's like it wants me to suffocate. Go away. White rabbit. White rabbit. White rabbit. White rabbit. It's supposed to work. Why isn't it working? Holy. It's too much. If you recall, I said, remember the date, December 27th. Why does that matter? Because December 23rd, my family's going out for my dad's birthday dinner, right? Everything's great. You know, we all dressed up. We're going downtown. Feeling a little woozy in the car, but we push through it. Now, usually with motion sickness, as soon as I get out of the car, it goes away. Didn't go away. So we're sitting at the table, and all of a sudden, I just tell my family, like, hey, order without me. I need to go to the bathroom. And I get food poisoning. I believe it was salmonella, because I drove 9 hours with chicken, cooked chicken. I think it was vaguely close to an ice pack, but not close enough. And then I ate it the next day. I refrigerated it overnight, obviously. Smelled fine. Munched it up. Next about 30 hours were some of the worst of my life. Thought I was gonna die. I was looking how long this food poisoning would last online, and I read this one thing from this guy who says, the first 3 days, I thought I was going to die. And the second 3 days, I wish I had. So I was a little bit scared that it was gonna last for a long time, but 48 hours later, I was feeling a lot better. Still had a headache. I had all sorts of symptoms. I'm talking headache, cramps, vomiting, diarrhea, my knees, like joint pain in my knees. Severe dehydration, obviously. But 4 days later, we're out here because the weather's nice, and I knew if I didn't get out today, I probably wouldn't, so here we are.
All right, so I brought some dessert. Now, unfortunately, you can't share that with me, so don't worry, I brought you some dessert. So you just put the whole packet in the coals, and then I guess it just does its thing for a while. I got 2. I guess we'll just start with 1 and see if that looks cool. It's really nice being out here. Admittedly, I just found some random place on the map, followed a trail, and then eventually I knew I had to just walk into the woods. And so I'm walking into the woods, and every couple of minutes I'm pausing, feeling like I should turn around and go back. But it was just something that I felt like I had to do. And I knew that if I didn't do it today, it wouldn't get done. I think I spent a lot of time in my head, and out here, I guess I'm still in there a little bit, but at least I'm out here. What I did find out about this campsite, though, is that there are a lot of spiders and bugs, because the water is right behind me. I can tell that this spot is flooded before when there's a lot of rain, but there's a mat of leaves covering the floor, which is nice. If it wasn't just be this damp, muddy ground. This was the only flat place I could find when walking through the woods, and that's why I set up here. I walked and walked, and then eventually I saw this flat plain. Where I actually wanted to camp was a little bit further down, but there's a channel of water, and I just don't have any way to cross that. I wish I had a kayak, or a canoe would probably be better. And I've been hearing jumping behind me from fish all day and all night. Didn't bring my fishing pole on purpose, so that way I could focus on just cooking, and camping, and just being out here. But I should probably come back here with the fishing pole. Anyways, this campsite is full of bugs. I've had spiders all over me, giant spiders. I mean, I'm talking ones that are spiders and little bugs everywhere. So I just decided to lay my tarp out, lay my mattress on top, and I'm just gonna sleep under the stars, roll out my sleeping bag, and call it a night. And I'm usually not hungry in the morning, so we'll see if I'm in the mood for breakfast. I brought some food, if we decide that's the case. If not, just pack up in the morning. It is a little bit sus touching raw meat and not being able to wash your hands, especially after having salmonella a couple of days ago. If I get food poisoning again, I'll probably die out here, I'm gonna be honest. You'll know, well,
maybe you won't. But if I do, it'll be sometime in the middle of the night. And that would be terrible because I'm actually in the middle of the woods and have a ton of gear with me. I'm gonna show you guys my bed tour when it's ready, and then it'll be lights out. Good night. Bedtime setup. We took the tarp down from the trees, just laid it out. Sleeping pad, sleeping bag. Got the bedtime shorts on over here. Got the knife and the hatchet within arm's reach in case anyone tries to jump me while I sleep. You hear that? Whoever's out there, I will kill you. Me and my axe. Temp is perfect. All right, gang. That's it. Good morning. Whatever that is, I've been getting attacked by possums. Had to chase them off with the axe a couple of times. I can't sleep. They just keep coming back. There's no food. All the food I have is completely airtight sealed, locked away up in a tree. They're coming after me. Like, they're coming towards me. The first time these two dudes roll up, they come bounding straight for me. And then I go looking for them, and I'm shining my flashlight around, and I see in a tree two beady eyes looking at me. And at this point, I didn't know they were possums. I mean, I figured they were some small animal. But there's the fattest possum up in this skinny little tree. So I go shake him out of the tree, and he goes and runs off. A couple hours later, buddy from the south pulling up behind me. I mean, I gotta do some research and figure out why they want me so bad, but... And then there's that thing. It's early in the morning before the sun came up. But I'm gonna pack up. Could make food. Kind of hungry, but not that hungry.